Hello, and welcome to the UC Berkeley Global's online information session about the range of programs we have for semester or academic year-long visiting student experiences at UC Berkeley. I'm Audrey Folk, and I'm an admissions advisor for Berkeley Global programs. I'll start by talking about UC Berkeley, then talk about the various programs you can apply to, what it's like to study in Berkeley, and then how you can apply for these amazing educational opportunities. If you have any questions during this presentation, go ahead and send them in. I'll do my best to answer your questions as I go through the presentation. Let's get started. UC Berkeley is located in California, which is on the west coast of the United States. In California, UC Berkeley is located a little north of the middle of the state, with San Francisco being the closest city. We're also very close to Silicon Valley, which is the hub and epicenter for advances in technology and product development. Welcome to Berkeley. UC Berkeley was founded in 1868, and since then, we've been guided by our motto, Fiat Lux, which means that our duty is to bring new knowledge to light for all students across the globe. For the past few years, UC Berkeley has been a top-ranked public university by U.S. News and World Report, by the Academic Ranking of World Universities, by Shanghai Jiao Tong University, and by the World Reputation Rankings by Times Higher Education in the UK. We are also number one on the Best Global Public University rankings. We've shared these achievements and our world-class education to a global community of students. Today, 24% or 10,000 of our students come from countries outside of the United States, and these students are coming from 92 different countries across the globe. UC Berkeley has 14 colleges and schools. This includes business, engineering, letters and sciences, education, journalism, and many more. Some of the programs for international students that I'll be talking about today offer courses from specific colleges on campus or an opportunity to take a diverse set of campus courses. We offer short-term programming for international students who want to gain Berkeley quality education. We do not offer degrees. Instead, after you complete your studies with us, you'll receive a certificate of completion, a transcript, and an opportunity to transfer academic credits to your home university or put Berkeley on your resume. I want to mention that your certificate, transcript, and all visa documents will be issued by UC Berkeley Extension, which is the continuing education department of UC Berkeley. For those of you who are undergraduate university students or recent university graduates or working professionals, we offer a wide range of options. Each of our global access programs is a study abroad option where you'll study with us for a semester or a full academic year. You'll earn university credits, take classes alongside domestic students, have numerous opportunities to sightsee the San Francisco Bay Area and California, and receive a world-class Berkeley education. I'll go into each of these program options in more detail in the following slides. The first Berkeley Global Access program provides you with an opportunity to take courses in a wide variety of subject areas that most interest you or that you wouldn't find at your home university. I'd like to introduce you to BGA graduate Tilman Yosef Loschel, who completed one semester of this program. We'll get an inside look at his experience now.
The Berkeley Global Access Program gives you the opportunity to really gain insights into challenging and innovative topics here on campus during the lectures, but also embrace new opportunities to meet new people while embracing new cultures. Hello, my name is Tilman from Germany, and I'm a visiting graduate student at the Berkeley Global Access Program. I think the unique benefit of this program is the possibility to choose from courses from certain departments where you maybe only have basic academic knowledge but a high personal interest. So this gives you really the opportunity to also gain an insight into areas that maybe would not be on your university schedule, which makes it quite interesting. The lectures are not only focused on, I would say, theoretical concepts, but also try to implement practical examples, which are often done with real-life case studies or by inviting guest speakers into the lectures, which I think is quite unique. The one-on-one time with teachers was also always quite personal. They knew my name, they knew my background, they knew the contributions I did in class, so it was really helpful to get their professional feedback. What I really enjoyed about my fellow Berkeley Global Access students was that they were all from different parts around the world and all had different focus in their study, which made the discussion quite interesting because you had such different point of views on the same problem, which was quite enriching. Everybody I met in the BGA program had a certain drive, so they had a certain problem they wanted to overcome, they had a certain goal they wanted to achieve. Besides the social and administrative support we got from the BGA program, there was also many resources focused on career development. These consisted of CV and resume workshops on how to apply to grad school. We had a career development course here, which gave units but was free for everybody participating in the BGA program. California is known as the Golden State, and this was also a thing when I arrived here. We drove the BART from the airport to Berkeley, across San Francisco, so getting a view on this huge city with the large skyscrapers, but then arriving at Berkeley, which is a little bit smaller, but really a familiar town where you have the whole city life playing around the campus. I traveled to Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Vancouver, also Hawaii, which I think is not always given, that you have this freedom to combine your studies with also a great personal experience. I would recommend this program for future students because I think the time here at Berkeley really helped me to find my specific area of academic interest and how no other program combines world-leading teaching with such a broad extracurricular environment, as well as being at the center of innovation and culture in the Bay Area.
Fantastic. Let's get into the details of this program. You can take a mix of classes from arts and humanities, engineering, languages, mathematics and sciences, or social sciences. These courses can be related to your major or classes that you find interesting as a part of your overall visiting student experience. You can take a minimum of 12 units and a maximum of 18 units of credit-bearing courses. Not all courses are available, so you'll need to be flexible in the courses that you want to take. We have staff here who can help you pick and choose the courses that will meet your academic goals and interests. The program provides a lot of additional academic support, including learning about graduate school admissions if you're interested in attending a graduate school. You'll also receive career advising if you want to go straight into the workforce after completing your undergraduate studies. You also have the opportunity to obtain recommendation letters from Berkeley faculty. An exclusive opportunity in the Berkeley Global Access program is focusing on your future with our career development and coaching course. In this one-unit class, you will get a step ahead in your future plans by identifying your strengths, building your emotional intelligence, and applying them in a professional setting through tangible skill building. Take advantage of coaching, workshops, guest speakers, and career panels. Come meet your career coach, Sally Clapper.
Hi, I'm Sally Clapper, and I'm an instructor with the Berkeley Global Access program teaching their career development and coaching course. While I was very successful at marketing products, it didn't have the same meaningful purpose to me, and I had missed working with young adults and watching them succeed and helping them to see the best in themselves and helping them to believe in the best in themselves and what they could reach for and what they could accomplish. The career development class is more than just career development. It does go over all of the aspects that someone would need to land an internship or a job. First of all, you have to have your clarity of where you want to go and what you want to do. And then you have to have the assets. And then you need to know how to network and to interview and then all the other nuances that go into actually getting that offer. Very similar to that are students who are trying to apply to graduate schools. And so there's this real crossover in terms of how can these students write about themselves, but also then when it comes to being in person, how can they present themselves in a way that will show that they're a strong candidate? You have to be genuine. And for many people also, you have to sell yourself, right? This is the one time where you kind of have to be able to brag about yourself and show how you stand out and show those strengths. This is the time in order to really show that you are a strong candidate and that you're a great fit for that role or you're a great fit for that research program. Every single student in the class has just some amazing capabilities. They have taken in the information that's been delivered to them in the class, and they've really taken it to heart and put it into action. And they're interviewing, they're submitting their statements of purpose, they're reaching out to professors, and they're having a lot of success. So when they come into the class and they share it with me, it's really exciting to see their own excitement. Having done this and watch students really struggle without having these resources, without having this class, without having someone to ping off of, hey, Sally, I've got an interview tomorrow. Can you jump on Zoom with me for a few minutes and give me some tips? And then to get that call back saying, okay, I got it. I got the offer. And they're just beaming. And it's just, it makes it so fun. It's why I love what I do. And I'm so glad to be a part of the Berkeley Global Access Program and being able to teach these young, bright individuals.
Ready to apply for this program? To do so, you must have completed at least one semester of undergraduate coursework and have a minimum grade point average of 3.0. You also must meet our minimum English language proficiency. You can see the test scores that we accept on this slide. If you do not meet these requirements, you can request an interview if you submit your completed application by our priority deadline or look into a waiver. Email visiting-student@berkeley.edu for more information. You'll see the website for the Berkeley Global Access Program listed here. Check out the website for additional program features, application deadlines, and academic term start and end dates. If you're interested in learning more about a particular subject area, we have Global Access Program tracks that provide courses in those individual subjects. The Berkeley Haas Global Access Program is focused on entrepreneurship, sustainability, and innovation. Let's take an inside look at this program. Another great program at Berkeley. Let's get into the details. This is a short term academic program with two different start dates each year. You can apply to start the program in the fall term, which starts in August and ends in December. You could also apply for the spring term, which starts in January and ends in May, or you could do both fall and spring semesters. Under this program, you will take core courses and a couple electives from Berkeley Haas, which totals to 12 to 15 units. These courses are taught at the Haas building on campus by Haas faculty. The courses focus on entrepreneurship, innovation, artificial intelligence, and leadership in a global marketplace. You'll also take an elective course from the general UC Berkeley course catalog. This could be an elective in literature or a social science course, or in computer science or in a different topic that interests you. Some students choose to take an additional business course for their elective. The curriculum has a strong focus on entrepreneurship, so you'll have plenty of opportunity to hear from startup leaders in Silicon Valley, including those from Google, Apple, and LinkedIn. The Berkeley Haas Global Access Program offers opportunities for you to apply for OPT. I'll talk more about OPT a bit later on in this presentation. As a part of this program, you'll also have the opportunity to visit Bay Area companies and learn why the Bay Area is the center of cutting-edge entrepreneurship. Check out why students have really enjoyed visiting these startup companies.
BHGAP was my final choice because I love the combination of the company site visits with these different cultures, and like to have these nice people from all over the world in our cohort is just an amazing experience.
We go visit different companies of different nature, different industries, different culture, and we get to know about what they do and why they do it. If I could, I would do it again 1,000 times.
Yes, I've never visited any companies before, neither abroad or in my home university. And I think BGAP can introduce me to new ways of thinking, and that's what I'm going to apply to my own future life.
Yeah, I really enjoy talking to the people that we meet during our company visits to listen to their stories and what drives how they kind of want to shape the future. That's incredibly inspiring.
Another perk of this program is that you get career counseling and professional development assistance. Let's hear from some past students who may have been nervous at first but ended up absolutely loving their career counseling sessions.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Berkeley's BHGAP program. I'm Heidi.
I'm Jessica.
And I'm Katerina. We're your coaching team for the semester, and we are so excited to work with you.
We found that it can be difficult to understand what coaching really is until you experience it. So instead of us telling you about it, we asked a few past students to tell you about their experience.
Take a look, and we'll see you at orientation.
At first, I really think it must be the most boring and impractical courses in our program. I don't know why people would like to be coached.
It can seem strange at first to talk about your very inner feelings with a complete stranger.
I would admit that at the beginning it sounds frightening to talk to someone that you barely know about issues that you consider to be personal.
I got the answer after my first coaching session.
What surprised me the most is that it's really about me.
I like the one-on-one coaching sessions far more than I thought I would, just because it allowed me to address and ask the questions that were relevant to me.
I could talk about what I needed and what I wanted.
It was a fantastic opportunity for me to reflect on myself, to see where I have to improve.
It's a great way to bridge the gap between the person that you are today and the person that you want to be in the future.
I could talk about basically anything, life in California, job search, career choices, and having someone with experience and with a different point of view listening to you and helping you figuring out your choices was really great.
You don't even just have to talk about your study, the program, or even Berkeley. You can talk about anything you're interested in. For me, I'm interested in promoting my confidence.
I learned how to give appropriate feedback to my teammates.
I figured out what I want to do with my life.
How to overcome my fear of failure.
It was such an enriching experience to be able to discuss with someone how I'm feeling, studying online, cope up with the stress, anxiety. that coaching session was so beneficial to me.
You're going to be having sessions with people that have experience in listening to other people and turning those words into concrete actions and steps that you can take in order to reach your personal goals.
The coaching sessions was one of the most valuable experiences at UC Berkeley.
It's a huge opportunity, so go ahead and take it.
Please make the most out of your time at UC Berkeley and do as many coaching sessions as possible. It's worth it.
With this great career counseling, you are ready to get into the workforce. I'm sure many of you are interested in becoming eligible to apply for optional practical training, more commonly known as OPT. If you choose to study with us for 2 semesters in this program, you may become eligible to apply for this opportunity to put your newly learned skills and knowledge to practical use. OPT is a temporary 12-month work authorization in the United States, permitting you to stay an additional 12 months after your academic program ends to complete paid work. If you decide on this combined educational and work experience option, you should expect to be in the U.S. for approximately 2 years in total. OPT allows you to see how a U.S. business runs, build a professional network, and gain paid work experience in the U.S. that you can add to your CV or resume. Combined with your studies at UC Berkeley, OPT can give you a competitive edge as you enter the workforce, advance in your career, or apply to graduate school. So if you start in the fall, you will need to continue studying in the spring semester and then be eligible to apply for OPT. If you start in the spring, you will need to continue studying in the fall semester and then apply for OPT. The Berkeley Haas Global Access Program opens so many doors, including those for graduate Anna Julia Storch. Check out what Anna has been up to since completing this program.
Hi everyone, I'm Julia, I'm from Germany, and I used to be part of the first BHGAP cohort in 2018. Right now, I'm leading a business line in the field of educational technology for a company called Modus, where I've built a business from scratch. A typical workday for me starts around 8 a.m. with a daily team meeting, where we shortly discuss the upcoming tasks and some challenges we might have. Then from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. I'm usually in meetings with customers, partners, team members of course, and sometimes applicants. And after 6 p.m. I try to make myself some dinner and concentrate on tasks like preparing sales pitches, doing project planning, calculating financials, or also preparing the meetings for the next day. The BHGAP influenced me in many ways. It opened the doors to an internship in Silicon Valley, where I realized that I wanted to build businesses in the future. And most importantly, the BHGAP gave me the opportunity to become friends with really inspiring people from all over the world. And this is what made this experience so special to me. One of the skills that I learned during the BHGAP that I still apply today is to approach a problem from a different, much more positive perspective. Whenever there's a challenge or whenever there's an idea, I will always try to make it happen, or at least try it out, instead of just thinking of all the problems and the roadblocks that might be ahead in the future. So the biggest takeaway from the BHGAP experience for me is that we need to think differently and we need to think bigger in order to make a real change to the world. And that incorporates going out of our comfort zone and challenging our assumptions on a daily basis.
Amazing. If you're interested in the Berkeley Haas Global Access Program, we accept applications from top qualified students who have completed at least 2 years of undergraduate coursework and have a minimum GPA of a 3.0. You must also meet our minimum English language proficiency. You can see the test scores that we will accept on this slide. If you do not meet these requirements, you can request an interview if you submit your completed application by our priority deadline or look into a waiver. Email visiting-student@berkeley.edu for more information. Here's the program website to learn more about the curriculum, activities outside of class, scholarship offers, application deadlines, and more. If you're interested in continuing your undergraduate studies in physics, I encourage you to apply for our Berkeley Physics International Education Program. The Berkeley Physics International Education Program provides undergraduate visiting students an exciting opportunity to study at UC Berkeley for 1 semester or 1 year. You'll study physics with some of the world's brightest students and most distinguished faculty. Each semester, you'll take 12 academic units of courses, which include classes about quantum mechanics, atomic physics, solid-state physics, biophysics, string theory, cosmology, thermal and statistical physics, data science, and more. In addition, you can enroll in the Physics 199 Independent Study class, where you learn about research and write a research paper. Other features include research lab tours, including the Lawrence Hall of Science, academic and graduate school advising, and exclusive lunches with our faculty, some of whom are Nobel laureates. If you're interested in this program, we accept applications from top qualified students who have completed at least 1 year of undergraduate studies and who hold a minimum GPA of 3.0. You must also meet our minimum English language proficiency. You can see the test scores that we will accept on this slide. If you do not meet these requirements, you can request an interview if you submit your completed application by our priority deadline or look into a waiver. Email visiting-student@berkeley.edu for more information. We want to make sure that your time with us is enjoyable and that you get to experience life in Berkeley to its fullest. You will be a Cal Bear from day one. Outside of the classroom, you can join numerous activities that are being held on campus every day. We have more than 1,200 student clubs and organizations. You can join a pre-professional group or take part in one of our unique clubs, such as Hackers at Berkeley and Skateboarding Crew of Berkeley. There are tons of museums, film archives, and concerts. Hosting famous musicians, artists, and speakers is a daily occurrence at Berkeley. Or join one of our 34 club sports and endless intramural teams. Become part of an intramural group, work out in one of 4 state-of-the-art recreational centers, or enjoy off-campus sports like snowboarding or surfing. We've also made time for you to sightsee our beautiful city and state. The campus itself offers numerous trails and walking tours. You can easily take public transportation to get to San Francisco, where you can hop on a streetcar, shop in Union Square, grab fresh seafood at Fisherman's Wharf, take in a baseball game, or wander around our many culturally diverse neighborhoods. We're also a short drive from excellent wineries, redwood forests, amazing beaches, and incredible mountains. You can take a short flight to Los Angeles or Las Vegas. Some of our students have also taken a trip to Hawaii during break. California and the West Coast have so much to do and enjoy. I want you to see all of the great activities you can do in Berkeley. Let's check out this video from Berkeley Haas Global Access graduate Cassie Lynn, who recorded her time with us here in Berkeley.
Just a young gun with a quick fuse. I was uptight, wanna let loose. I was dreaming of bigger things and wanna leave my own life behind. Not a yes sir, not a follower. Fit the box, fit the mold, ever see it in the foyer. Take a number, I was lightning before the thunder. Kids were
Or take a look at graduate Jonas Helwig's experience. There are so many exciting things to do and see here in Berkeley. And to make sure your time here is safe and productive, we have an entire office dedicated to supporting our visiting students. We're there each step of the way to help you, from the application process to your time studying in Berkeley and after your program ends. Our goal is that your Berkeley experience is positive, safe, fun, and productive. Part of each international program is the new student orientation, where you go over program requirements, receive your class schedule, and meet our staff. In addition, you receive important information about medical insurance, visa documents, traveling, and more. We also provide you with a range of services, including on site academic advising, help to understand your health insurance plan, student visa and housing advice, intercultural training, program and academic orientation, social activities, resume and interview workshops, and graduate admissions workshops. Many of you may be wondering, where am I going to live? And that's an important question. We have a variety of housing options that are very close to campus where you'll be taking courses. One option is similar to a dorm where meals, activities, Wi-Fi, and such are included. Some students rent private or shared apartments. Some students prefer homestays. We have staff members who can help you determine and select the right housing option for your needs and your budget. We estimate that you'll be spending around $11,250 per semester on your housing. Your housing cost is not included in the overall program cost. Again, we have a team who will help you find the right housing option for you and that fits in your budget. Thank you for submitting your questions, many of which I've been able to answer during the presentation. Here are a few more that have come in. Is the coursework transferable? The majority of our students in our programs will transfer those credits to either a program they're completing back in their home country or to another program here in the United States. Students are encouraged to consult with their home university or a university where they want to transfer the credits to ensure they will accept the coursework. Does a Berkeley Global Access program give you any advantage to applying to UC Berkeley later? Our programs will strengthen your resume like any other academic program would. You will be taking college-level courses, and you'll be issued a transcript for those classes that will show how strong of a student you are, and that is something you will be able to submit when you're applying to a graduate school. Another question we often get, do I need an F1 visa? Yes, if you are not a U.S. citizen or permanent resident of the United States, you must obtain an F1 student visa in order to study in Berkeley for any of our programs. If you are already in the United States on a visa that is not an F1, please contact us to discuss your eligibility. We have dedicated staff members who will help you through the process, and we will issue the paperwork that you need in order to apply for the F1 visa in your home country. Time for one last question. I have 3 years of work experience. Am I eligible for these programs? The answer is yes. Professionals can take part in these programs, and they're very well suited to join. Well, that's all the time we have to take your questions. But if you have any additional questions that I wasn't able to answer, here's my email address. Or you can scan the QR codes to make an admissions advising appointment or visit our help center for more information. I would love to hear from you and discuss how our various programs for visiting students can fit your educational or professional goals. If you haven't already done so, I suggest filling out our newsletter sign up form on the website. You'll receive emails about our programs, upcoming deadlines, and other information. Thank you again for taking the time to learn about our exciting educational programs, and I hope to see you in Berkeley soon.